So this is how your kit's gonna come. It's gonna have all your bent and all your straight tubes. It's gonna come with your cutting wrappers. These go on the end of the pipe and it shows you how to cut it. Now these aren't gonna come notched. The kits aren't gonna be notched. So you're gonna have to notch them yourself using these papers. It's gonna come with this paper that shows you where everything goes. So to do this cut, we're gonna start out and to find the piece you're gonna cut. You're gonna find the paper that goes to it. So SF44, and get that tube. And you're gonna see this has a S on one side and an E on the other side. It's for the start and the end. We need to make a center line down this pipe first. Now this is just a little tool I built for marking the center of them. It's an 1.25 inch pipe, an 1.5 inch pipe, so I can do both sizes. Just take this pipe and put it up against something. I'm gonna make a mark all the way down it. Now we have a line down it. Now we're gonna see what our measurement is. So this is the start, and our measurement is 9 11/16. Since it's the start, it's gonna go on this end. We're gonna measure over 9 11/16. Then right here it says the distance to the second one. So we're 7 1/4 to the second wrapper. We measure over 7 1/4. And then we have both our marks. Now you don't want to cut this out. We're going to leave this paper on here. You fold it on this red line. I'm going to line this blue line up with the center line we made, and the bottom of this where we folded it on this other little mark we made. Now I'm going to go over this line up here with some tape so it doesn't get, so the paper doesn't get ripped off when we're cutting it. You can see through this tape still. Now this is ready to cut. This line it says line up with outside radius, so that means you need to line it up with the outside of this bend. So I'm going to lay it on something flat. I'm going to mark that. I'll flip it over and mark it from the other side so I know it's getting right in the center. Now we have a line. It says 1 3/4 to end, so I'm going to measure 1 3/4 back. So on the other side, you want to make sure these line up. Make sure the bottom of the cut wrappers line up. So a tube like this is going to be a little different. So it has a rotation between the bends. The bends don't line up with each other. And our cut wrapper says to line up with the outside radius. That just means we're going to line it up with the closest outside radius. So this one would be on this outside radius, and the cut wrapper on the other end would be on this outside radius. So to get this one center line, I would hold this bend flat. Get my center line. And go to the other side and hold it flat to get its center line. So doing these cuts is pretty simple. We're just going to take a grinder and cut along that line. And then we can, after we cut this off, then we can stick a grinding wheel on and smooth it up. If you have a tube notcher, you can use it on some of these. It'll tell you the degree and the angle and stuff, but personally it takes longer for me to hook it all up in the tube notcher than to just cut it with the grinder. And you'll be doing a lot of grinding, so I'd recommend wear a mask and some safety glasses. There's a few little specialty tools that you're gonna want to get for building this. You want to get a few of these little angle blocks. You set them on something, zero it, and then you can get angles off of it. And you're gonna want one of these line lasers. We use this to get everything straight on the buggy, so it'll make us a line. We can line it up with all our marks, make sure everything gets centered. So I could have built a jig to assemble this thing on, but that would cost a lot more money and tubing and everything. And I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible. So that's why I'd use a laser like this. These things only cost about 40 bucks off Amazon. They're super cheap. And these I think are about 15 or 20 bucks each. You don't want at least 2 of them. So we're going to start with the 2 bottom pieces, F1 and 2. We're going to need to butt these together. So I've got an 1¼ inch piece of tube here. I'm going to sleeve it. So we're going to need to drill holes through there. Then we're going to plug weld it. So this is going to go halfway into one of them. This will go halfway in the other. We're going to space it a little bit right there and weld it around. You want to make sure these pieces are square and flat because everything else is going to be based off of them. So make sure it doesn't rock back and forth when you push them on the sides. If it does a little, then you can clamp it in something, tweak it back straight. You just fill this in with weld right here. But now I'm going to need to find the center of this to line up my laser. So I'm just going to put a bar against the side of it right there, and I can measure off that. We got our laser lined up with these center marks. Now we can use that laser to base everything off and make it straight. I use my little angle block to get these square and straight. tubes on the front that hold your suspension are gonna be the hardest part on here to get straight. So I'll build a jig to hold it for you, because these are gonna be on an angle. So the dimensions for this jig are gonna be in the plan. Just a few pieces of angle iron. So we're gonna get this aligned is we're gonna have mark a center line on this jig, and then we're gonna line up with our center line on here. And we can clamp that down. Then this piece, F15, it's gonna sit right in here. And then our other pieces are just gonna sit right in here. Now the center line on this tube, I'm gonna make sure it lines up with the laser. So you want to give this like an 1/8 inch of room right here so you can weld it. Once you give it an 1/8 inch on both sides, then make sure your laser's lined up with this, and then everything should be good. Now come over to our joint and measure back 7 inches. It's gonna be 7 inches center to center. Now I'm gonna put this on my marks. I'm gonna tack it right down here at the very bottom of this so that I can still bend it back and forth. Now all the tubes on here, you're gonna have your start, your S. And this page will show you which way it's oriented. So we're looking at the back one right now. So that red dot, this top bar on the back is at the top. So this end with the S on it needs to be up at the top. So on the back here, I'm just gonna line this up with this square tube. So I've got a piece of tube here, 40 inches long. I'm gonna use it to prop up the windshield. So this tube, I just tacked it on right there. It goes down to the floor. It can hold this windshield at the right height. So you need to give it about an 1/8 of an inch gap, just like these bottom ones, so you have room to weld it. Once you get this windshield all tacked on, make sure all your center marks are lined up with the laser. So this right here just give me in the center of this bend. So if you get one side tacked on, you can measure over from the center line and then do that same measurement over and tack that one on. And you want to check it for level. Make sure it's the same as your base of the frame. This end right here is just gonna go at the center of this band. And then you can hold it about the right angle and then just tack it on one end. And then we're gonna measure it against the laser and check if it's in the right spot. Check our measurement, it's gonna be 26.5. So that means we're gonna be 13.25 away from the laser. So you come up here and measure it. See right here, it's like right on 13.25. So let's get all these main pieces tacked on. And we can remove our little jig. These are some little blocks I built. I have a 2x4 and some 2x2. Dimensions will be in the plans. You can build them. These just work with a jig. Set those in there, and it holds this in the right spot. So don't worry about if it has like an 8 gap or something on one of these. But just make sure you get all your joints tight. On the suspension, you can adjust that out with your heims. So it's not too big of a deal if it's gapped it right here. So if you get these tacked in, you're gonna want to put these little tubes in right here. After we get a lot of this main tubing done, we can just start putting in everything else, and it should just fall into place. This is your steering wheel support. Just gonna make a little center line on there, and then these, just gonna weld them on there. On this, I have my laser line right here. I mark it, and then I'm gonna, these pipes need to be spaced 3 inches center to center.